What's up, apes? Hi. Lady apes, gentlemen apes. This is Ape Andy. I'm dressed up because got a gig. Oh, this gigs are coming back so very, very slowly, but there are some gigs coming back. However, there's a new variant, okay? Right, but that's not what I'm going to talk about in this video. Crossing the street now. Gonna look both ways just in case there's a car coming by. Now, I'm doing this video because there's an emergency issue. This is an emergency video. I'm gonna get straight to the point now. It's been trending on Reddit. So you could read it on Reddit. GME and Fidelity. Why am I saying the name Fidelity? Because Fidelity made the announcement themselves. So it should be okay for me to say the name Fidelity. This is an emergency video about GME and Fidelity. But if you could read it on Reddit, then Ape Andy, why do you have to do the video? Because I'm an international ape. I do videos for international apes. Most international apes, some international apes don't go on Reddit. So I just have to spread the word. For international apes. Now, okay, getting straight to the point. Fidelity made the announcement themselves that they had a bug in their system that let them over-shorted GME for several months. They shorted GME by 11 million shares. However, under their account, the retail only had 2 million shares. So, in other words, if they didn't have this bug, well, so they say it's a bug. If they didn't have this bug in the system, then 2 million retail accounts in Fidelity would allow them to have, well, supposedly if each retail account has 1 share of GME, 2 million shares of GME to be shorted. Because they lend it out, right? They're a broker. But they announced that they have lent out 11 million. How could that be? They overlent. How could that be? Well, they say it's a bug in the system. So they say. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that why hasn't GME MOASS happened yet? Maybe this is why. Because, see, remember in January, all the retail and apes, before January, all the retail and apes, they were trusting RH. RH is on the retail side, so everyone buys meme stocks through RH. So many GME shares were concentrated in RH, bought. And then RH lent it out, and then RH took off the buy button to prevent retail from buying anymore. And then so after that, all the apes realized that, oh, RH is not a good guy. RH is the bad guy. RH is not on the apes retail side. Okay? That was an old fact. That is an old fact. So the same thing might be happening with this broker, starting with F. I mentioned his name before, okay, in this video. Because what I have to say now, I have to use the word F broker, okay? I don't want to say their name out loud in case there are legal issues. So this F broker overlent the retail shares of GME for Big C to short. or small m to short, or any other hedge funds that wants to short GME. They borrow shares from F broker and short it. But then apes after RH trusted this F broker. Everybody says, transfer your shares to F broker, transfer your shares to F broker. They're the good guys, they're the good guys. And now we discovered that this F broker made the announcement themselves saying that we overshorted by 9 million. We shorted 11 million shares of GME, but we only had 2 million shares to short. We overshorted. Sorry, that was a bug. So they say. Now, for international apes who don't have Reddit account, sign up and read about it, or you could just Google about it. GME and Fidelity. GME and Fidelity. So, I'm making this video for international apes to allow you international apes to be aware that this F broker made this announcement themselves. We've overlent, allowing other hedge funds to overshort GME. So if you check the GME short interest, it is all of a sudden at 113%. Duh. Oh my God, it's January 2.0. It's January all over again. So, now that we found out a long time ago, RH is not a good guy. RH is a bad guy. Well, supposedly. Well, brokers do what they have to do. And now we find that F broker is not on the ape side, so we can call them a bad guy. It's just a name. I don't know if they're really bad. They do what they have to do their business, okay? And it's just that the apes don't like it. Right, okay. The point is, apes put all their GME shares in RH, and then RH becomes the bad guy. Because all these brokers and market makers, they collude against the retail. Oh, the retail have so many shares at RH. Hey, RH, take off the buy button. Oh, all the retail now, they're moving their shares to GME, which they already did, which we already did. So, F broker overlent GME shares. That could be one major reason why the MOASS hasn't happened. Because if you do the math, if a stock is having a short interest of 113 above 100, there's got to be a squeeze. It's got to be at least a gamma squeeze leading up to MOASS. Correct? That is the logic. And that is the fact of reality as well. Okay, so I could say, from my point of view, F broker overlent the shares of GME, diffusing the MOASS whenever the MOASS is about to happen. Remember the March flash crash? Right? So you see the point I'm trying to make? You see the point I'm trying to make? You trust RH, put all your shares in RH, then RH works against you. You put all your eggs in one basket, and that basket becomes the bad guy and colludes against the retail. Now we put all our shares because we trusted F broker. All the retail transfer their shares to F broker. And now we discovered F broker had to come clean and announce it themselves. Sorry, that was a bug. We overlent to allow the hedge funds to overshort GME. Sorry, that was a bug. Well, so they say. Do you trust that saying? I don't. All I know from my deduction is that this F broker could have been the reason why all the MOASS opportunities has been effed up. I'm sorry about my language. So if you watch this video again after reading Reddit, then you know what I'm talking about for international apes. What do? Ape Andy. What's the solution? Solution one. But this goes out to all the retail. This is just my thought. This is not financial advice. All the retail shouldn't put their GME shares in one single broker. Maybe 10 apes could put it at F broker. Maybe 10 other apes could put it at TD Ameritrade. Maybe 10 other retailers could put it at RH. We don't know, okay? It's up to you. Because the point is, if all the apes and all the retail put all their GME shares in one single broker, then the other brokers and the market makers would come to that broker and say, hey, since all the eggs are in your basket, let's do something about it. Which RH did by taking off the buy button, which F broker did by over-lending out their GME shares. They had only 2 million. They lent out 11 million. They over-lent 9 million. And that's why F broker themselves found out that, oh my God, we're about to get whistleblown. Come clean ourselves. Come clean ourselves. So, and say it's a bug. Well, so they say it's a bug. So, solution two, my apologies to those people who don't like DRS, because this is my logic. If you cannot trust any broker, then trust yourself as a broker. Because when you buy shares of GME and put it at RH directly registered those GME shares that you bought under their name so they could lend it out. But in the RH account, they say you have the shares. Correct. You do. In RH account. But for the market perspective, from the market's perspective, RH DRS those 10 shares that you bought, and then they lend it out. Same with the F broker. Same with TD Ameritrade. Say you bought 100 shares of GME. You have an account at TD Ameritrade. You have an account at F broker. Then for them to lend it out, they DRS those shares under their name so that they can lend it out. Okay. Now, so if you don't trust any broker, put the shares under your name. DRS it. Okay, I know people will attack me saying, oh, hey, Bandy, you're trying to promote computer share. Computer share is not a broker. They're just a transfer agent. And I'm not promoting them. You could find other transfer agents to do DRS. Okay, in the whole wide world on planet Earth, there's not just one single transfer agent called Computer Share that could help you directly register your shares, DRS, under your name. There are many other transfer agents. Computer Share is only one transfer agent that could do that for you. Of course, they charge a fee. If you don't like Computer Share, do it through other transfer agents. The point is, because you don't trust any broker, which I don't now, trust yourself as a broker and DRS your GME shares and put it under your name. After you've done that, you don't have to go through Computer Share because I'm not promoting them. Okay? Now, after you DRS your shares, then you could transfer it to RH, TD Ameritrade, or the F broker. And because they're DRS under your name, the F broker cannot lend it out. RH cannot lend it out. TD Ameritrade cannot lend it out. Oh, one other thing about the F broker. Many apes says, hey, I'm converting my F broker account to a cash account, so you can't lend it out. And then a few weeks later, it pops up again as a margin account, which means the shares are lendable out. Oh, I'll call the F broker again. Please convert my account to cash account again, because I'm not using the margin. Okay, yeah, fine. Then a few weeks later, again, it becomes a margin account. This keeps happening. From January until now. And now we know why. Pretend it's an honest mistake. Come clean and announce it. Oh, it's a bug. But then, who knows? Who knows? I'm not making any accusations. I'm just saying, who knows? It's just a thought. Okay? Or a panty could be wrong. F broker is really having a bug, and this bug really diffused all the MOASS past opportunities. Anyways, well, say it's a bug by the F broker. To prevent any other brokers from having any other bugs that diffuses MOASS for GME, if you DRS'd your GME shares and then put it under any broker, if any of these brokers have the same bug that F broker has, they can't lend it out because it's directly registered under your name. Okay, so a panty is very used to shills attacking me. So shills will attack me and say, don't do DRS. It's too slow to sell. You miss MOASS. Here's the logic. I worked it out with many other smart apes. Yes, MajorTom. If you are slow to sell your shares, either it was because you DRS'd it or because you really had a will of iron, will of steel, heart of steel, heart of iron. Even though if you didn't DRS it, you just don't sell, don't sell, don't sell. If that is the case, then when the squeeze of the gamma squeeze or the leading up to the MOASS situation happens, the hedge funds would want to cover, correct? Yes. And because you don't sell, you have heart of steel, mind of steel, wheel of steel, or if you DRS, then you couldn't sell that fast, right? Then they couldn't get your shares to cover that fast. So the MOASS price would keep going up. Do you get it? In other words, if you're slow to sell, either by will of iron, heart of steel, or DRS, because you're slow to sell, the hedge funds couldn't cover. They don't have shares to cover. Hey, Bandy, you want to buy your shares to cover? Oh yeah, I want to sell too. The price now is at so-and-so 4 digits, 5 digits. I do want to sell. But my shares have been DRS'd. It takes 2 or 3 working days, maybe 1 or 2 weeks of working days to sell. By that time, the price would go even higher, right? You get the logic? So, in theory, if MOASS is over in 1 or 2 days, like in January, yes, DRS shares, you would miss it. But situation now is not like January. If the MOASS happens, the price is going to keep going up because you're slow to sell. Hedge funds couldn't cover. They just keep buying at the next, they would just keep bidding at the next asking price. Price would keep going up. So by the time you got your DRS to sell, you would not only be enjoying 4-digit price, 5-digit price, you might even thank yourself for DRSing before and enjoy a sale of 6-digit price. See the logic? This emergency video has been getting to 19 minutes. Don't want it to go too long. So you get my point. Don't trust any broker, trust yourself. How do you trust yourself? DRS, directly registering the shares under your name, then you put it in the broker. At that time, either that broker always converts your cash account to a margin account and say it was an honest mistake, it doesn't matter. The shares sitting there in that account is directly registered. It couldn't be lent out. Okay? I love you all, apes. Okay, one other reason in the past few weeks, I hadn't been making video as much is because I keep getting attacks because I keep talking about DRS. Many good friends say, don't talk about DRS anymore. So I don't talk about it anymore. Before, I kept silent. And now this issue proves that many apes calling me saying, hey Pandy, you're right, DRS. Love you all.